Welcome back everybody to Phakisa Freeway, and it's the Pozzidrive VW challenge. We're looking forward to race 1, and yeah, it's going to be action-packed racing. There's some of the sponsors, flags waving proudly, Dunlop, Yaskawa, and always a big thanks to all the sponsors. You can see it's a big field here, Ishmael. Classes A, B and C. It was about 39 entries, and the guys are just making their way out on the warm-up lap. Our pole man actually in Class A is Rory Atkinson in a BHP Bulletin car.
And they do just one lap around there now, and then they get to their starting grid positions.
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual. Usually the guys, we actually go out straight onto the grid and we wait for the lights. But at Phakisa Freeway, we had a warm-up lap. And as you can see, the guys are not too busy getting some heat into the tires because of this abrasive surface. So the safety car now heading into the pits, and it is a standing start. And one thing we've got in Pozzidrive VW Challenge is 3 separate starts. Class A goes, then an interval, then Class B, and then Class C, just to make it a bit safer. So at the moment the guys will be on the grid lining up. As you can see, big field, and then we go racing. 30-second board, red lights are on,
and off they go.
Yes, good start there from our pole man on the outside, Rory Atkinson, and on his inside it was Davy van der Merwe, the youngster in the Universal Motorsport team. A good clean start on the outside, Bevan Masters, and getting a little bit of a squeeze there from, I think, Stelio Lucias. Class B will be up next, and a great start from the pole man, Leighton Fourie, but it's Tian Kriel on the inside there from SK Racing. As you can see, big field in Class B, Robbie De Silva going a little bit wide. Oh, and yours truly and Nikola Chetinic, a little bit of a rubbings is racing. Yes, as look at the guys go through. You can see a lot of dust being kicked up at Phakisa Freeway. And then Class C, they off now. It's Pierluigi Mussolini, the pole man. He's got a good start, but watch out for Ian Walker on the inside in the white car there. It's an 8-lapper here at Phakisa Freeway as the guys off. Oh, and there's a problem. Someone having a big problem. Looks like Philip Cruiser, but back to Class A. Leader Rory Atkinson with Davy van der Merwe and the rest of the field putting a lot of pressure. Rory Atkinson, he's the current champion, actually. But there's Chris Dale in his new British Pozzidrive colours. Okay, looks like Class B, and Stian Kriel, he's overtaken Leighton Fourie. But look at Stuart Mack in the Pozzidrive Class B car. And there's Class C leader. It is Pierluigi Mussolini. He's now being pressured by Modo Carodia. There's our Class A leader, pulling a bit of a gap now. So, Davy van der Merwe running wide, and the rest of the guys coming through. That's Derek Smallberger in the Sabetech car. So Rory now, he's pulling a gap, and Baldy Mankey's putting a lot of pressure on Davy van der Merwe. In the meantime, Stian Kriel running wide. You can see the guys using all the track and more. And yeah, good midfield battles there. Oh, someone having a big moment. That was Leonard Archer making his debut in Class B, and unfortunately taking out Charisse van der Merwe there, number 115, and on going to the inside, unfortunately hitting Elio Mussolini. But back to the leaders now. Leighton Fourie putting a lot of pressure on Stian, and there's our Class C guys coming through with Pierluigi Mussolini having a very good outing. Back to Class A in the front now, still Rory Atkinson from Davy van der Merwe. And look at the backfield battle there. That's Mike Barbaglia there in that beautiful Italian colours, and that's Class A. Oh, in the meantime, Leighton Fourie has managed to get past Tian Kriel, and in third place, hanging in there, is Stuart Mack. And he'll say to the guys, why didn't you have a ding-dong battle? Maybe I can catch up. That's some of the, and unfortunately, yes, red flag coming out. As you can see, everybody, that is Elio Mussolini. His car was in such a dangerous position, they had to bring out the red flag. Okay, let's go to the restart then. Lights are on. Oh, big jump start there. That was Stelio Nusias. But Stelio, a little bit of advice. Next time you jump, just go for it, my man. You can't go and stop. You're going to get a 30-second penalty. You need to go for it. Sam Dale there, number 14, on the outside of his dad. There's Class B. A much better start this time from Karsha Naidu. But it's Stian Kriel, Leighton Fourie. Yours truly's in there as well. But look at him, door to door. The nice thing about Phakisa Freeway, turn number 1. You can afford to go door to door, but great battles all through the field there. Coming around. Let's see, I don't know if Leonard Archer managed to get back. Good start there from in Class C from our pole sitter, Pierluigi and the rest of the boys. There's Philip Cruiser in the ATE car, putting a lot of pressure on Mo Carodia. That's Class C now, coming into turn number 1. It's a long 180-degree left-hand turn, and yes, the Class C boys. Class C is a class more for the newcomers, or the guys who want to take it a bit more casual. Okay, let's see. Back in Class A. That's where all the action is. Class A, there's Chris Dale in the Pozzidrive car. But another good start from Rory Atkinson. And this time, Valdi Mankis putting a lot of pressure on Derby with Wayne Masters, Stelio Nusias, Bevan Masters. Everybody's in there. So you can see the guys running a little bit wide. As I said, track conditions quite slippery, and you have to get a little bit of heat into those Dunlop semi-slicks that the guys are using. So the good battle there in Class A is between Derby van der Merwe and Valdi Mankis. Oh, back to Class B. A little bit of rubbings is racing. Leighton says, now come on, Stian. Stian's car was actually very good. Remember, Stian's in a Polo Vivo. And Leighton there now taking the lead back from Stian in the 6R. But look at Stuart Max says, thank you boys, I'm going to try and hang in there. Then Karshan Naidu. Then we had Mitch Goodseer, Ethan Goodseer, yours truly, all hanging in there. Back to Class A, Rory Atkinson. The guys, they just can't catch up to Rory. And but for the rest of the Class A boys, they're having a good dash. Valding having a look there on Derby, Van der Merwe and Wayne Masters hanging in there. There's Chris Dell and Derek Smallberger with a good dash. Look at his left wheel, the left rear wheel up in the air. In the meantime now, Stian's going to do all he can to get past Leighton. But Leighton Free, the youngster, in the Universal Motorsport colours. Once he hits the front, there's almost no catching him. But look at Stian, little bit of a touch there. So, oh yes, he's putting a lot of pressure on Leighton. But that's Pozzidrive VW Challenge Racing. All the rest of the Class B boys coming through. Class C, oh look at now, it's Mo Carodia on the outside of Ian Walker. Ian Walker will be very happy with his outing here. He's a newcomer in Class C, but look at him now also. Pierluigi Mussolini, he's getting a big gap, but Ian Walker now getting pressure from Mo Carodia. There's a Class C battle. It's an 8-lapper here at Phakisa Freeway, and as you can see, a little bit stretched out now in Class C, but there's a great battle there for the podium fight. Back to Class A, Rory Atkinson, Derby van der Merwe and Valdi Mankis with Wayne Masters, Stelio Nusas. They're all hanging in there. Stelio Nusas, also newcomer to Class A, Pozzidrive VW Challenge, but he had a very good outing, apart from that jump start there. But yeah, it's a learning curve for him. Rory Atkinson now pulling a gap, but look at Derby van der Merwe. You'll notice that the Class A guys, they've got the headlights blazing. That's part of the rules. The Class A boys, they need to keep the headlights going. There's someone kicking up a lot of dust. That's Rory, our pole sitter. You know, when you're leading a race like this, it's not always easy leading because you just have to keep that concentration up. But now the podium fight is hotting up there between Derby, Valdi. Oh, someone on the inside there. It's Derek says, come on, Chris, you need to get going. We need to go forward. So good backfield battle, if I can call it that. But let's go back to Class B. It's still Leighton Fourie from Stian Krill, Stuart Mack, Karshan Naidu had a very good qualifying. Look at the youngster as well. In his first season in VW Challenge, he's doing very well. But Rory out on the lead there with Derby van der Merwe. Derby's looking for a win here, but it's going to be difficult to catch Rory in the front. But there's Bevan Masters coming through. And guys, I just want to quickly give a big shout out here to Chris Dell from Bluebell Pozzidrive and Bevan Masters for putting up most of the prize money towards the end of the year. Let's look at some late braking now. We're getting into the latter half. There's Francois Sale and yours truly coming through. Chris Davison, Elna Cruiser. Elna unfortunately had to start in the back of the grid, so she's going to fight hard. And remember, don't forget, your best lap time in race number 1 will determine your grid for race number 2. But there we go, Derby van der Merwe, Valdi Mankis, Wayne Masters, and looks like Stelio Nusias. But our lead in the front of Class A is Rory Atkinson, and at this stage doesn't look like anybody's going to catch him. There we go. Some great coverage here at Phakisa Freeway. Unfortunately, no spectators yet, but we hope soon we'll get our spectators back. So the Class A boys now coming through, and there's still a good battle. It's still Derek Smallberger and Chris Dell. He's the big man from Pozzidrive VW Challenge. And then Class C, that yellow car, Pierluigi Mussolini. Look at him pulling a big gap. But look at this fight here.
Leon, tell me quickly on the Class C, how modified is these cars, or are they stock standard engines?
Yeah, Class C is a 16 valve it's a 1600cc engine. It is more of a stock standard class. They try to keep, it's a low cost class, if I can call that. So for guys that is interested in joining Pozzidrive VW Challenge, Class C is a class where they try and keep the cost low, and it's a nice class.
So
to
an
start
entry
off.
level car, what would it cost you for Class C?
You're looking at about anything from 80 to 90 grand for a good, some yellow flags going crazy there. Sorry, Ismail. Yeah, yellow flags are out means there is an incident in that corner. Remember, under yellow flag conditions, no overtaking. But just to come back to you, Class C, it's a class that they're developing. But if you're interested, talk to the boys, and that's where maybe it's a stepping stone. And then later, as we see Nicola Chetanis and Ethan Gutierrez having a ding-dong battle. Those two guys in the same camp. But yeah, just to answer you there, Class C, oh, some battle scars there. That is Leonard Archer actually. He's actually in a rental there from JRT Racing. So that round's going to be quite expensive. There's Gavin Ross in the Norbreaker. Oh, big moment here, guys. And actually, I was in that race. That happened right in front of me. That was Nicola Chetanis and Ethan Gutierrez. They had a big ding-dong battle going into the last turn, and it's almost like a Hamilton and Verstappen there. Nobody wanted to give an inch, and I'll be honest, I just said, sorry boys, but thank you very much. I'll take that position, but unfortunately for the both of them, they could not start in race 2. You know, when you go off here at Phakisa, with 1 lap to go now, but going off there, they had some stones coming into the...
They stuck there. Just
yeah,
look at that.
But just to finish my point there, you go off there, you get stones in your fan belt and a little bit of engine damage there. Valdi Mainkies going through, Derek Smallberg in a Sabete car. Oh, check it flag out. 8 laps. Let's look. Our winner in Class A, that is Rory Atkinson, taking a big win there from Davy van der Merwe. And next up, third position, Valdi Mainkies, and fourth coming through there, I think it was Stelio Nusias, as we see these two, the two stricken cars there. Class B cars on the outside there, so there would have been a yellow flag. We're just waiting for the rest of Class A to finish their laps, and then we look for the Class B boys that will come through. But it will be Leighton Fourie from Stian Kriel and Stuart Mack finishing third. We spoke to Nick Chetanis to get his view of that accident.
So Ethan and I are teammates. We were having a good race together, and my right mirror was in, and on the last corner I was expecting him to dive me on the inside, and he came around the outside, and I took the line and we both collided, which is unfortunate.
We spoke to the 3 winners of Class A, B and C.
And we're standing here with Pierre Luigi, the winner of Class C. I believe it's your 3rd time that you've now won a race. How long are you into it?
Yeah, so we've been racing just before COVID, so it's going on to 2 years now. And yeah, loving it.
That couldn't be much racing. Since COVID, we had very little racing. So it can't be too much of a racing that you had.
Yeah, no, obviously every time or every gap that we do get to go out, we do. But yeah, COVID has thrown a little bit of a spanner in the works.
And where are you standing in your championship?
Currently, I think the last time I checked, I was leading Class C.
Oh, okay, so you got a
overall,
chance of winning the championship.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Well, my class, yeah.
And good luck with the rest of the day.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good one.
And we're standing here with our Class B winner, Leighton Fourie. Is that correct? So car 77?
Yeah, that is.
How was your race? Took us through your race.
No, it was good. The first start wasn't the greatest, but I mean, luckily we got the red flag, so I could have a second go at it. And yeah, we battled for the first lap, me and Sian. Very clean racing, and then I got ahead of him after lap 1 and took our race from there, taking care of the tyres and getting the good lap. And yeah.
And then when you where did you qualify?
Yeah, we qualified pole. Yeah.
So you were pole position?
Yeah.
And you lost the position on the first pull-off?
Yeah, the start was okay, but I mean, he had the inside line into turn 1. But I stayed calm and worked with it, and we were past him again after lap 1, so it wasn't too bad.
Well done. And you're leading the championship?
Yeah.
By how much?
I think it's roughly about 5 points overall, and in the Class B it's I think 18 points or something, so it's not
Well
bad.
done, man. Keep it up.
Thank you
Cool,
so
man.
much.
Enjoy. And we're standing with our Class A winner, Rory Atkinson. Rory, talk us through your race quickly.
Oh, it was a fantastic race. Thank you. Thank you to Dunlop for tyres that are lasting. The track's very abrasive. We had to do a good number of laps. Shame there were accidents. Apologies to the guys whose cars were hurt. But it was a good race, and we look forward to the second heat.
I see you also put up the quickest lap in the race.
Thank God for that. So we start our second heat based on our lap time in the first heat in VW Challenge. So it's important to do that.
Were you standing in your club championship?
I believe I'm in the lead. We'll have to check that. It's close.
Well done, Rory Atkinson, people. Thank you very much.
Well done to Darby and the other competitors. Thank you.
We'll be back shortly after this short break to bring you all the action in heat number 2.